Mum drives 90 minutes to the beach, then complains about others doing the same. A glitch in the Karen Matrix. The male version of the Karen haircut. Live, laugh, loot. Nice try, Karen. Karen jokes aren't funny anymore. What do people named Karen think of a Karen meme? I can't imagine they enjoy it. I do not enjoy it. Do you want to speak to the manager? Gen Z kids who refuse to download TikTok are just young Karens. Woman filmed telling a Chinese bus driver to go back to China while they are in China. If Karen was on the Titanic, you can't make me wear a vest. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I leave a 1-star review? Karen, if you don't study, you will end up like him, the construction worker who makes 3 times her salary. Listen, I'm not usually a Karen or anything, but I really hate when people park like this. Damn, people are so entitled nowadays. A group of Karens is called a complaint. Sculpture. Karen, get up. 4th century BC. Woman sues 12-year-old cyclist because her car got scratched when she hit him. Free event. Solar eclipse party. Most kids go back to school that day. Can it be done on the weekend? Did this lady just ask to reschedule the sun? Karen is not messing around with the baggage claim shenanigans. Woman who marries herself, then cheats on herself, blames it on men. Why is there a coyote on the bus? Probably because they can't drive, Karen. The children at my son's elementary school have started referring to me as a Karen and are mocking my chick hairstyle. Is there anything I can do in the way of legal action to prevent this? I am deeply offended. Well, posting a question about suing 8-year-olds is probably the wrong way to beat the stereotype. The oldest customer complaint we currently know of. Complaint about delivery of the wrong grade of copper. Woman sues McDonald's after she saw an advert for cheeseburgers and broke her fast for Lent. Texas woman banned from Walmart after eating half a cake, demanding to pay half price. Texas mayor broke her own stay-at-home order to go to the nail salon. This is the supreme leader of all Karens. Karen annoyed at a Taco Bell employee for the lack of cheese she has in her nachos. Woman named Karen complains about the Karen meme. The memes have officially killed off the name Karen. Stats Canada reports, not one baby has been named Karen since November 13, 2019. Kids these days are so addicted to their vapes that they can't even breathe without them. I demand absolute censorship of the K-word on Twitter. If my demands are not met, me and millions of other women will delete their accounts. I see this as an absolute win. POV, your job gets a new general manager, and on her first day, she says you can't work there because of my hair color. Remind your kids not to play in this street and that there are basketball hoops at the park. Sick and tired of listening to their noise. Children should be seen, not heard. Vegans block access for customers wanting milk in 4 UK cities. Just reach over and grab it. They're probably calcium deficient and easily overpowered. I'd like to speak to the manager and the police. I would like to speak to the police manager. Karen Halloween costume sparks backlash among shoppers. People with IQ above room temperature. I'm sorry, but this isn't my order, sir. Karens, you better fix my order. I am talking to your manager. When an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. I'm not an expert, but I don't think Karen is going to make it. No pets, cooking bicycles. I do what I want, Karen. My culture is not your costume. I would like to speak to the manager. She called the police because we didn't have nacho fries. Teens start free no-contact delivery service for the elderly during the pandemic, being the neighbors they would want to have. Good for them. I would be even more impressed if the cost of the groceries was taken care of and there was no need for cash or a check to be picked up. Walls are not effective. They are not effective. Why are there gates in heaven? There's a young black guy sitting next to me on this flight. His phone rang and it said, "Baby doll." I dare him to try and holler and say he's single. How can someone be minding his business? You invade his privacy and assume he wants to talk to you. Then make up a scenario in your head and be offended in advance. Is everything alright with you? My Uber just picked me up in a 2010 car. There's no Bluetooth or aux. The term Karen has become a racial slur. Karens are a race now? Karens in 1944. Let's work while our men are at war. We can do it. Karens, no. But I need 2 parking spots or I can't get out the car. Karen, stop recording me. The dude that recorded all the evidence that he was innocent. Call the manager. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. After all the Karens have spoken to the manager, you must face the final Karen. Fibonacci Karen. The manager will decide your fate. Hi, I'm the manager. I have a gut feeling that yelling at service workers will bring my wife back. In 1 year, Karen Jenner has picked up 2 tons of plastic ocean trash from the Bay of Fundy. Karen, well, maybe I don't want to be the bad guy anymore. The Karen system. K, know your rights. A, accuse everyone. R, request a manager. E, escalate to authorities. N, neglect reason. A worker got angry at me today. I made her matcha to go by accident. And now she's never coming back thanks to my actions. When a customer gets mad that I won't give him free food and throws his bowl across the dining room, never been to Chipotle. That one Karen we actually respect. What's the male equivalent to Karen? Is it Matthew? I feel like it's Matthew. Probably Kyle. Karen is a racist term. Be careful about adding this. McDonald's sucks. Go away, Barbara. Nick. If you ever ask to speak to the manager and this guy walks out, just say thank you and leave. No, he is there to do his job, and that is to hear what I have to say. He may not like it, but it's his job. You probably just lost a lot of followers for this one. Stick to comedy. Hey, screw you, Karen. I went into a Whole Foods and got to hear a woman arguing with a guy at the meat counter because she wanted grass-fed organic chicken, and he was desperately trying to explain to her that chickens don't eat grass. Blind men verbally abused by activists claiming using guide dogs is How is that cruel? My friend is hiring for his company, and this resume came in. Military spouse. She is serious. I hate when people use their zodiac to justify bad behavior. Like, sorry, I can't help it, I'm a Scorpio. No, Karen, you're just a bully. Small coffee, $5. Small coffee, please, $3. Hello, one small coffee, please, $1.75. I'm not saying please to someone below me. Judging by your comment, there is literally nobody below you. A girl in front of me kept pouring out her ice cream that was in her cone until she made a swirl she liked. There was no more chocolate ice cream left. I pray for the manager. Live, love, laugh. If I see someone with a pair of these shoes, I'm running away. They're golden retrievers, Karen. They retrieve gold. I did it for us. I'll bet my entire life savings that she's standing there because she's waiting to talk to the manager. For what reason does every apartment complex have a dog weight limit of 20 pounds? I can promise you my 90-pound golden retriever is a hell of a lot better behaved than Karen's 7-pound piece of devil-worshipping chihuahua. People say Karens are entitled, but we're not. Insists Karen, who started a petition and went on the TV to complain about people using the name Karen fictitiously. And what is perhaps the most Karen thing any Karen has ever Karen? Just heard an American woman angrily tell an airport employee, "If you don't speak English, then why are you working here? Ma'am, you're in Shanghai, China." Karens will complain about people playing their music too loud, then proceed to play Candy Crush on full volume in a waiting room. I'm not saying soccer. Our football referee didn't show up, so one of the mums on our team had her 9-year-old son referee for her. He had a whistle, and a completely adult woman on the other team argued with one of his calls, and he yellow carded her in front of everyone, and she had to sit in her car to calm down. At Dollar General, this boomer started complaining at the cashier because the card reader thing froze up, and I said, "Hey, give her a break, it's not her fault." Then when she started complaining at me, everybody in line started yelling at her, and she left in tears, and it made me happy. To the person washing their car on their driveway, "Thanks, my kids got wet shoes walking past your house." This lady at Jamba Juice just cut me in line, and the worker saw, so when it was my time to order, he goes, "Congrats, you were the 18th customer today. You get a free drink of choice." Her face. Did you know that the G in Stanley stands for great person? Think about it. Ah yes, and the I in Karen stands for important opinion. Hashtag don't call me Karen. Hey, do you want to be called Karen? Because that's exactly how you get called Karen. My manager was dealing with a mad customer, and the customer asks him if he can talk to the manager, and my manager's like, "Yeah, 1 second. And he does a dramatic 360 turn and goes, "Hi, I'm the manager. How can I help you today?" Ellen DeGeneres reportedly once called Steve Jobs to complain about her iPhone. She just lives in an incredibly privileged bubble. I don't know if this is unpopular or a popular opinion. I don't really like Ellen. I worked at Forever 21 as a cashier, and I guess the customer I rang up was an IG baddie because a few people recognized her, but I didn't. And when I checked her out, she was like, "This line is so long. Do you know who I am?" And I said, "No. Sorry." And then her card declined for $1.35. Karen refuses to make her children wear masks to avoid them looking like... What are people are like this? Australia's richest woman demands gallery to remove her I don't blame her. That is awful. That's so mean. God help the world's managers when Karen collects the rest of the Infinity fresheners. She became the very thing she swore to destroy. Karen, general manager. Mums should get a fast pass to the front of the line at coffee shops. Honey, you're 22 and slept 10 hours last night. Get to the back of the line. Imagine thinking you deserve special treatment for doing the deed. I want to speak to the manager of the United States of America. This girl sitting next to me gave herself an insulin shot in class yesterday, and the girl next to her said, "Can you not do that right now?" She replied with, no, Deborah, I'd like to live. Try to imagine what it would take for me to yell at a server. Like, if I ordered an omelet and they brought me a bowl of rats, but I'd probably still be like, I'm sorry, you seem to have brought me someone else's bowl of rats. Everyone hates Karens until there's one on the same delayed flight, and all of a sudden, we're all getting a $200 voucher. Hey, old lady who stole our doormat. You should probably just bring it back. That's super weird, and you're way too old for that. 1 star. Don't bother calling for takeout. They put you on hold and never come back. Sorry for your inconvenience. The server taking your order had a seizure. Bruh. Not even reading the rest, that's just a seizure. Have some empathy, come on. They're making us wear masks, no. In 1997, I was outside McDonald's on Queen Street, age 15. An old lady barked, "Speak English," at a pair of young Korean men. And without missing a beat, one of them goes, "Ooh, I want a nice cup of tea. Look at me, I'm English. I want to eat plain toast." I miss him every single day. Starbucks barista gets over $45,000 in tips after anti-mask Karen complains he refused to serve her. Karen, who's in charge of this place? Waiter. Joe. Karen. Who's Joe? Joe, manager. Am I a joke to you, Karen? Karen's when the waiter gets their order slightly wrong. Karen when her kid starts running around screaming in the middle of a crowded restaurant. Karen, don't worry about throwing your stuff away. It's their job. Also Karen, why does it take you people so long to clean one theater? Choose your fighter. Susan is gossipy and addicted to wine. Karen summons the manager. Brenda, which is great, and that's, Susan. Karen from down the street looks through my trash, complaining that it's out the night before trash day. I leave for work at 4:30. Middle-aged women logging into Yelp after receiving mediocre customer service. When the ride isn't even over, and you already want to speak to the manager. Hey, Jack in the Box, I have a serious complaint, but I won't fully put you on blast. Check your corporate email inbox or send me a DM with direct person for my team to contact. The biggest, can I speak to your manager? She's being polite about it though, so. When your mum shows you the symptoms of a Karen. A pal's brother was with his girlfriend for 7 years. 16 months ago, she said she wasn't happy and messed him around for another guy. He's just got £200,000 of inheritance, and she's just been to a solicitor to see if she is entitled to any of it. I used a gender-neutral bathroom today, and 2 men came in while I was washing my hands. Man 1 didn't care and used the bathroom right in front of me. Man 2 waited outside the bathroom until I left after seeing me inside. I thanked Man 2 for respecting my privacy. I felt so violated. Man 1 treated you as an equal in a gender-neutral bathroom. Man 2 treated you like a woman. I don't know which one you want as treatment, but both treated you with respect and neither violated you. The luxury of having kids. You can use them for an excuse for anything. I have 2 kids. Sorry, but no tip. 10 questions science still can't answer. Do babies named Karen even exist? Or do they just appear one day with 3 kids and want to speak to the manager? So the bride is talking and she wants all the groomsmen to have a fade, so everybody can look clean cut in the pictures and everything. So what are you asking? You want me to cut my dreads, which I've been growing for 7 years to be in the wedding? Yeah bro, that's what she's saying. Guy at store was carrying 5 pallets of TP. Woman shouts, "OMG, I can't believe this," and starts filming him going, "Are you proud of yourself, sir?" He gives her a funny look, then starts putting the rolls on the shelf, revealing his name tag. He was a worker restocking the shelf. "I'm taking this to the school board." Mum starter pack. Karen arguing with the manager. Me pretending I'm not her son. Recognized experts over time. Leading scientist. PhD student. Media expert. Karen on Facebook. Media experts who have 11 years of experience on their field. Karen with 5 minutes of Google research. Now that we washed our hands, how the hell do we get them out, Karen? Small brain can dodge logic. So thank you to the lady who screamed at me and threatened to call the cops because of the large assault rifle strapped to the hood. I know times are tense, but damn, you are stupid. It's so cool when people stand in front of stuff they destroyed. The husband of a Karen while she yells at the manager. Everyone. No, Karens are the worst. Also everyone. When their game freezes for more than 0.01 seconds. I want to speak to the task manager. Let me speak with your task manager. Employee disagrees. Karen, you dare oppose me, mortal? Young man teaches Karen how to avoid getting upset on the internet. See this? It's called scrolling. We don't eat eggs, meat, fish, dairy, or gluten. What would you recommend? A taxi? Karens. Constantly complaining about everything and being racist to a lot of people. Why does the internet hate me? There's rappers at the Super Bowl. That one nosy person at work that's always so worried about what you're doing. Did you know that if a restaurant messes up your order, you can simply say, "Oh, actually I had this," instead of screaming at the 16-year-old employee, and they will still fix it for you. Karen's FBI agents, who have to read hundreds of stupid Facebook posts with them. My FBI agent, who gets to look at memes all day. Me explaining to my parents what a Karen is. My parents. My dad, who called my mum a Karen. My mum. Me, who agreed. So I pulled up behind this woman at traffic lights and she kept waving hand signals at me. She pulled over and I went up next to her and she kept talking about how too close I was at the traffic lights and it might have given her the virus. There's no way people are this stupid. Maybe it's just Americans, I don't know. I'm sorry, this does not represent every American. Have you ever been to a restaurant that does not give you the change when you want to pay with cash? My bill was $47.20. I gave the waitress $100 and she only gave me back $53, which was our waitress. She said we don't usually carry change. I told her to give my $100 back and I'll pay with a credit card. 80 cents would not kill me, but it's the principle. If they do this to everyone that pays cash, over a year that could be a lot of money in their pocket. I'd redo your math. Dear neighbor, you just moved into this neighborhood a year ago and I wanted to give you time to correct this problem on your own, but you are apparently too inconsiderate to do so. Every day this week, when weather has been nice and windows are open, you proceed to let your small child run free in your backyard and laugh and giggle and carry on without end. This is very disruptive for my 2 dogs and my bird who sits next to the window and likes to look into your yard. Perhaps you could ask him to tone it down a bit, or at least limit his outside time to 15 to 20 minutes a day so my dogs can be outside without seeing him running around. If this kind of behavior persists, I will call the police. Yes, the K-word is stronger than the N-word, at least currently. Misogyny and patriarchy has been around longer than slavery. Just don't use either, okay? Stop saying Karen. Karen is a sexist and racist harm equivalent to the N-word for white women. Calling a woman Karen is an attempt to get rid of women's rights to stand up for themselves. To the person who stopped the washer in the middle of my wash cycle and took my clothes out just to wash yours. Yeah, you're mean. Unfortunately for you, so am I. You can find your wet clothes frozen in the snow. Any problems? Come see me in 301. This restaurant, unfortunately, has gone really downhill since 5 years ago. It used to be an exclusive restaurant only for the truly wealthy, but now it's catered more to the middle class who want to feel special and rich. Lol, one person used to be $500 to $1,000. Now, for a mere $50, you could probably eat here, not including alcohol. What a joke, never going back. Put a note in all of our letterboxes, asking us to be very quiet from 2 p.m. today for a backyard wedding, and to be honest, I think that's rude though, right? I mean, they're just asking for a very nice favor if they're having a wedding. I think this is rude. The fact that some people go to a restaurant and treat the staff like trash is ridiculous. You chose to go out to eat. If you feel the need to be rude while you're waiting for your food, stay home and yell at your microwave. A guy says he was questioned on a plane for doing math during a flight. So a lady had security concerns about the man, and because he wrote in a foreign script, it just turned out to be a differential equation. I mean, I guess I get it. Kinda, I don't know. I thought it would be fun to teach my speech students. Hello, my name is, in Spanish. Good afternoon. My son is one of your morning speech students. He came home speaking Spanish, which I found surprisingly inappropriate. My son is American and has spoken English his entire life. I appreciate the encouragement and patience you've had towards him, but don't confuse him with your Spanish words. He has done just fine knowing this country's language. Thank you. What an idiot. I've never understood why people are against video games. Every weekend, my son invites his friends to spend the night and play video games, showing that it's a great group activity. Sure, people can say it's violent. It's no more violent than what they show on TV of murder, shootouts, and assault. People can tell the difference between fake and real. Huzzah! A Karen of quality. That's not a Karen, that's just a good mum.